Okay kids, welcome back to the shop, but today we are in the garage. Had my bike out today, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but see the headstock's moving, so the bearings need adjusted, and this should be something simple where you just loosen. I already have that one loose. You loose this one over here, okay? And then once you get it loose, you just tighten this down. Right? Here's the thing. You see I already have it tight and we are moving. Okay? So doing some investigation because this was driving me bananas. What I did was I cut these little shims out of sheet metal. They're 0.015, and then I removed this, put these in here, and that eliminated the looseness, or that tightened everything up. So what I did was I went to the 3D printer and I printed 2 rings. These are 0.020, and I will just put that in there and it should work. If not, I'll put both of them. So you shouldn't have to do this, but I will tell you, someone built this bike for me, and I don't know if the stem isn't the right size. I don't know anything really about bicycles in the whole grand scheme of things. So do you have to cut this stem down? Was it not cut enough, right? Or cut too much? So because we're going to raise this up, because what this thing actually does is this. Here, I'm going to show you. See how this is a taper, this is a cone, and the cone goes down in here, and this squeezes against the handlebars, pushes all these bushings, these risers, these are all separate to get the handlebars up where I wanted them for comfort. And then it pushes down on the top bearing. Okay? That's it in a nutshell. You can look that up. Take my word for it. So once you get that top bolt out, you loosen up your handlebars, and hopefully you have enough slack in your cables to get it off, and I do, but I really don't. All right, we're gonna put both of these on, and just like everything else that I 3D print, if it works, I'll just leave it on. If it works, of course. I mean, I don't understand this 3D printer. I make things a little bigger. If it ends up working, who knows? Maybe I'll come back and machine something. And you can actually see the contact. Hopefully you can see that. This is actually contacting this top ring, preventing it from sandwiching it down. So let's just tighten this real quick. We're not even going to really... I guess we should line up the handlebars. And you shouldn't have to really torque this down a lot. Okay, there we go. That doesn't seem too bad. And that's pretty tight. That's the rest of the bike moving. You guys probably can't tell, but I can feel it. So that's the ticket there. So we don't want it too tight. But let's do that. Let's line up the handlebars. And I've been riding this bike a lot since it was built for me. I've been putting a lot of miles on it this summer. So, to me, this is kind of normal maintenance. I don't think that's normal that you have to shim those like that, but, oh yeah, you're probably moving, but. All right, that's considerably tighter. I'm going to say that's a success. So hopefully you guys got something out of that. It really wasn't a quick and dirty. It took me a long time to figure out what was going on there. You see the shims there? All right, guys. Well, as always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.